Hello again, Cancer. It's July 2015. Dadhichi Toth here from astrology.com.au. And what an intense horoscope I'm looking at right now with Mars and the Sun. They're in your sun sign, moving into this opposition to Pluto in your relationships sector, which on the 2nd is going to contain the full moon. So there's a lot of tension there. These are fiery planets, and normally the Mars, Pluto, Sun combinations can create a conflict of will, really. And you've got to be careful of that because right now, as the month commences, you have the intellectual communicative planet of Mercury in your 12th house, which is in abeyance. You've got these hard planets in the foreground, including Uranus and the South Node in the 10th house, North Node in the 4th house. These are what we call the angular houses, or the foreground of the heavens. So these elements are going to dominate your life, and as soon as that full moon takes place after the 2nd, I think it's going to trigger a lot of transformative processes, pardon me, within your relationship arena. So you need to prepare yourself for that, and I would be saying that rather than using sheer force or your power and ability to dominate others in the situation, the rational Mercury needs to be brought to the fore. Now, if I look at the chart, I can tell you that transit is likely to take place when Mercury moves into the sign of Cancer on the 13th. Sorry, let me qualify that. It moves into Cancer on the 9th. My apologies for taking so long. These glasses aren't too good with long distance. So thereafter on the 9th, and if you've got some negotiations to make, that's probably the better time to do it. Although do be careful, because after that point, Mercury is going to make a quick applying conjunction to these fiery planets, first Mars and then the Sun. So although you have the opportunity there to express yourself in a more articulate way, working from the rational brain rather than the gut and the heart, and reactively pouncing on others, you will still find moments of fiery discourse likely. So you're going to have to control yourself during this specific cycle. The new moon will therefore also take place in this same area, which is the sign of Cancer after the 16th, meaning that you are ready to turn over a new leaf. So first we see that relationship full moon on the 2nd, with the new moon on the 16th, heralding in a new sense of self. And possibly these relationship struggles are making you realize that who you are in the relationship needs to adjust. That can sometimes feel like a one-way street, can't it? Because if you're doing all the adjustment while the other person's simply hanging around being themselves forever and a day, that's untenable, and that could be part of the reason why you're feeling quite a bit of tension. Now, although that tension is there, the 2nd house, which is your finances, is really, really quite nice, and continues to be so with the conjoined influences of Venus and Jupiter, still activating this part of your horoscope. The perfect conjunction at 21 degrees in the sign of Leo, the 2nd sign of your horoscope, indicates that these two planets are in a conflict or a war, even though they're in conjunction and they're normally considered quite favourable. There is a moment there where this Venus planet, which is in the slightly lower degree, will actually come out victorious, and that is good because it is regulating the 11th house of profits for you. So therefore I'll be predicting a continual improvement. So make hay while the sun shines, as these two planets continue to bless you with good fortune and opportunities in that specific area. The last planet or two I want to talk about is Saturn, still in your 5th house of relationships, love affairs, moving into retrogression, can create more constraints there for those of you that are single, looking to make a new start. You may be a little constrained there. You may not have your wishes fulfilled immediately. And moving back to the financial thing for speculators, this can also be a bit of a problem. It may show that the returns that you're hoping for in any sort of investments may not be quite what you had planned. So, move slowly on that. Get the requisite advice before throwing a lot of money into that area of your life. The retrogression of Venus will also be an important one on the 25th of July. That will be in the sign of Virgo, the 3rd house. So really retracing your steps in terms of communications, maybe thinking twice before you send a letter or an email is not a bad idea, especially in the realm of love and romance. I'll be here again next month as usual. Nice to have your company. Hope it's helped. For more information, do plan your stop over at astrology.com.au. Yours truly there available if you want a deeper, more personalised analysis of your horoscope. I'm more than happy to help you. Take care now, and good luck for the coming month.